Hi, my name is Ann Dorco. I'm a musical artist, singer-songwriter, whatever title you want to go with. I stream my music live on Twitch. I publish music on Spotify, iTunes, and Google Play. Go follow me. Now, the reason I'm here making this video for you is because I've written somewhere between 30, 40, maybe even more original songs at this point. And there's a bunch of different ways to approach songwriting. But I'm here to share with you my method of songwriting because for the longest time, even though I wanted to write music, I felt like I wasn't qualified. I felt like I couldn't. I don't know enough about music theory. I'm not talented enough. I didn't want to touch it. I didn't feel like I wanted to be compared to other people. And so much about the process of songwriting for me is getting out of your own head and putting what's in there out into the world instead of worrying about the rest of it. And like I said, there are so many different ways to approach songwriting. I just want to share with you my simple method. I want to give you a starting point and I want to give you permission to go write your song. You have permission to go write your song. And I'm going to give you my process that I usually use and hope that that helps you get started and make it happen. Because I want to hear your music. People want to hear your music. And if for no other reason, you want to hear your music. Wouldn't it be cool to have a song that you wrote? My mission from this video is that you stop overthinking it and just start making music. That's it. If you get nothing else out of this video, stop overthinking the process and just do it. I have a favorite quote about this by Amanda Palmer from her Ukulele Anthem song, and it's a line that just says, "Stop pretending art is hard." Stop pretending art is hard. You can do this. Art is subjective. Art is a manifestation of your inner thoughts and being and what you're putting out into the world. It does not have to be difficult. This is not something that's actually difficult. The person judging you the most is you. So I've broken it down into 7 steps to make it as simple as possible for you. I trust you. I believe in you. You can do it. Let's get started. So the prerequisite here is that you're in some kind of creative mood. However, if you're looking for tricks on putting yourself in the mood, I find often that it comes from journaling. Sometimes it comes from listening to other songs that I like, but I'm like, this doesn't quite capture the feeling that I'm having right now, so I want to write my own song. Another thing that can happen is, believe it or not, I have a tendency to talk out loud to myself a lot. And sometimes I come up with a phrase and I'm like, okay, you know what? This phrase is a lyric. We're gonna run with it. So these are just some ideas to get your creative juices flowing, which is going to help you with the songwriting process. Absolutely not required. Those are some of the things that happen to lead to me writing a song often. Step 1, you're ready to write a song. The first step is to give yourself permission to write a song. I gave you permission earlier. It's your turn. Whether you got to look yourself in the mirror or write it down on paper. I'm not kidding. Like, these sound maybe silly to you, but it helps. Tell yourself you are giving yourself permission to write a song. It does not need to be the most amazing song. You don't even need to love the song. The act of writing the song is what's important right now. Give yourself permission to do it. Stop judging yourself in advance. It is okay to do something simple and basic. It is okay to get as wild and experimental with it as you want. Give yourself permission to do the songwriting that you want to do. Moving on to step 2. Step 2 is to decide whether you're writing lyrics first or writing melody first. It's very rare that you kind of have both at the same time. You usually start doodling one or the other. And if you decide to write lyrics first, try to come up with a few lines that are really resonating with you, that have a flow. Don't be afraid to say them out loud, because lyrics are going to be sung out loud. If it doesn't roll off of your tongue, it's probably going to be difficult to sing. And on the other hand, with melodies, you can literally just hum different ideas. You can sing. You'll just do your thing. Let it go. Play with some stuff. And if you start finding stuff you like, jot it down. If you're dealing with melodies and you don't know how to write music, record it. If you're dealing with lyrics and you don't know a word that rhymes, look up words that rhyme. You are allowed to use research here. So once you have at least, I would say, somewhere between 3 and 8 lines of melody and lyrics, you're ready for step 3. Step 3 is where you're gonna start judging yourself. You're writing things down and you're going, you know what, this is not very good. Stop it. Shut up. Don't shut up, really. Okay, at this point, you have some lines of music. you're writing a song. You are a songwriter now. You have written part of a song. You're doing it. You're doing it. Don't stop now. Right now, you're doodling ideas for a song. So I would come up with a few hook ideas, a few verse ideas, some different ideas for chorus, play around with notes, record it all down some way, whether you're taking handwritten notes, you're typing it into your computer, you're recording vocal notes, whatever you're doing, get all your notes and ideas down. Write all the lines you can think of that could belong in the song. This is your doodling phase. You are not putting the final project together. Don't overthink it. Put everything down that's coming to mind. So step 3 is just keep going. Doodle all your ideas down and get it documented somehow. But don't delete anything yet. Now, once you kind of have a bunch of material to work with, you're ready for step 4. Step 4 is when you're gonna actually arrange your song. So you've got a bunch of snippets of song pieces here and there, and you're gonna start massaging it together. What maybe makes a good verse? What maybe makes a good chorus? What's a bridge? Who even knows? Who cares? You're making art. You get to decide. That's what's awesome here. Don't overthink it, just start arranging the music. That's how easy it is. That's how simple it is. If you're really stuck, here's a traditional format for a song. You'll have a verse, a chorus, another verse, a chorus, a bridge, and probably the chorus twice again. I don't even know. You can follow a traditional format. You can write all verses. You can have no chorus. You could have 3 different types of bridges. It doesn't matter. You get to decide. Find how all those little doodles you wrote down fit together. This is where you're gonna start massaging lyrics. You're probably replacing some words as you sing it all together. And as you're going, wherever you're doing this, sing it out loud. Try to sing it all the way through. Play it on your guitar. Play it on your piano. Perform it. Like, keep going through. Keep performing it. It's going to be a lot of repetition. And as you go through, you're going to start hearing what sounds good to you or not. And you're going to start hearing where your doodles fit in and how you might want to tweak those to kind of create a cohesive piece. But again, this is all just subjective to what you like and what you're enjoying about this process. Okay, so you kind of have a song put together. You've nailed it down. You've started making it what you want it to be. It's time for step 5. Step 5, you're gonna record the song all the way through. This is I call these my first takes. Like, as soon as I've written the song, I record it because I'm not a big music writer. Like, I don't compose things. I don't write sheet music, so I don't have a real consistent way to know that I'm gonna get the performance I want if I just try to do it from memory. So I record it as soon as possible, as soon as I'm done writing it, when it's still fresh in my mind. You can use an app on your phone. iPhone has the Voice Memos app. I'm sure Android has something similar. So you can use your phone to record. You can use your computer. You don't need to be fancy. You just need a simple microphone and a recording program. What that will be for you depends on what you have. So feel free to take the thing you're wanting to record with, like a MacBook or a Windows 10, or take what you're recording with, put it in Google and add free recording software, and go find something that works for you. The important part is you record while it's fresh in your mind. So go record. I'll wait. Oh, we're back. So now that you've recorded, it's time for step 6. This next part may make you feel a little uncomfortable if you're not used to listening to your own voice. Step 6 is to listen to your newly recorded song on repeat like 100 times. Play it again and again and again and again and again. Now, once you've really soaked in the song, you're gonna go back to performing it again and again and again and again. For me, this is where the magic really happens, because I've now started to own the song. I kind of know the song, even if not perfectly. I know it in my gut. I'm feeling it. It's there. It's starting to be solidified. It's becoming a real song to me. And this is where, okay, maybe this word just isn't quite right, so I'm tweaking this word, or maybe this chord wants to be a little different. So this is where I kind of do my last tweaks and the editing and playing around with maybe some different chords just to see how it feels, just to see how it sounds. This is really your editing process. What isn't quite resonating for you when you're going to perform it, and how can you tweak it to make it just a little bit better for you so that you can really have feeling when you're performing it. This can mean adding flair, adding instrumental sections, adding vocalizations, whatever it is. This is where you're gonna kind of make it you. So now you've added all that into your song. Make sure it's all notated down and wherever you've written the final lyrics and chords, and you're ready for step 7. This is the final step. You've made it. You're almost there. This is where you go ahead and re-record your song with all the updates, all the tweaks that you made. Re-record and publish your song. I know, mind blowing. I didn't warn you about that one. Seriously, if you are able to in any way get yourself over the anxiety of publishing your song, please go do it now. Be done with it. Put it into the world. Call it finished. If you decide you want to update your song later, you have permission to. It's your freaking song. But in the meantime, share it with people. Let other people give it a listen. Whatever it is, you wrote it for a reason, whether it's entertaining, funny, silly, happy, sad, you wrote it for something. Let other people become a part of that journey. At the end of the day, this is what music is all about. Sharing a part of you, whatever part that is, and letting other people experience it. And I think that's beautiful. And I think it's awesome that you're here wanting to do something like that. I promise you that the more songs you write, the more songs you record, the more songs you publish, the easier it gets. Now, my last piece of advice, this is not a required step in my system, but my last piece of advice is to really learn your song and go perform it live for somebody. Whether it's a friend, or you can go to an open mic night, or if you can get hooked up with doing a full-on performance, go put that song and perform it live. There's nothing that replaces watching the reactions of people to a song. Even just at a regular open mic night, and to see people bopping along to your music, or smiling, or getting into the lyrics, or the things people will come up and say to you afterwards sometimes. And once, I had a standing ovation from a big old crowd, and I cannot explain to you how amazing that felt. And I had been so nervous to get up there and do it, and I almost didn't, but it was so worth it, even though it was terrifying. You don't know what kind of reaction you're gonna get from people, and you won't know unless you go out and give it a shot. This is the Stop Overthinking method of writing songs. Just freaking do it. Give yourself permission. You got this. The only one who's stopping you truly is you. If you liked this video, please subscribe here on YouTube so you can catch future videos, as well as follow me on Twitch where we can get to know each other while I'm streaming music live. I'm excited to see you around.